What is Battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one!
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Sherry, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Battlecourt Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors against the Renegades. And now for player introductions. First of all, we will introduce the away team, the Warriors. Let's start off with number 1, Correa. Up next, number 59, Gallo. Everyone's favorite backcourt, number 16, Julin. 23-year veteran of Jai-Alai, number 60, Manny. Young phenom and fast, number 66, Alex. And the pride of North Carolina and Miami, Florida, Magic City, the team captain for the Warriors, number 13, Douglas. Let us now introduce the home team for this evening. These are the Renegades. First off, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, United States, number 92, Flores. Secondly, from Hialeah, Florida, USA, number 18, CRB. My personal favorite of any player in Jai-Alai from Miami, Florida, number 7, Ben. Up next from Victoria in the Basque Country, number 44, Amigarena. Up next with all the shots, from Mutriku in the Basque Country, number 40, Goanaga. And finally, our world champion here at Magic City and Battlecourt, the captain of the Renegades from Mutriku in the Basque Country, number 20, Go Sherry. Ladies and gentlemen, the players of Battlecourt this evening, salute you, the fans, and away we go with our first match of the evening.
All right, I'm out of breath.
With that, we'd like to welcome you to this evening of Battlecourt with the Warriors taking on the Renegades. We will begin with a Division I matchup. Doesn't get better than this. We are ready to begin our first match of the evening. Serving for the Warriors, we have Alex and Douglas. Receiving for the Renegades, Gosheri and Amigarena. Reminder of the rules here in Battlecourt, ladies and gentlemen. First team to reach 6 points will win the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Just awaiting Alex to tie in his cesta so we can begin. Alex having some cesta difficulties, but I believe he had a repair done. We're ready to begin. Alex serves. We begin. Amigarena from the backhand. Douglas is there. Rebote. That rebound off the back wall. Alex picks it up. Inside it goes. Amigarena for the rebote. Alex attacks up at the 4-line. Split placement stopped by Gosheri. Costado 2-0 by Gosheri will score. The Renegades first up on the board this evening. Gosheri and Amigarena have one. Gosheri serves. Gosheri wasting no time. Alex tried to get a shot in there, but Gosheri was right there and killed it. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Douglas again to the inside. Amigarena from the 12. Rebote, the rebound from the back wall, played by Gosheri. Little clip off the side wall. Douglas has it on the forehand. Catch by Alex in the front court. Powerfully thrown. Caught in the air by Amigarena. Powerful backhand by Amigarena again. Douglas snags it behind the 13 line on the left side. Rebote. Alex has it. Backhand from the 7. Gosheri calls for it. It's dropping. Rebote left side by Douglas to the inside. Amigarena's there. Rebote. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Gosheri at the side wall. Amigarena from the 11 line. Powerfully thrown to the inside. Rebote forehand save by Alex. Picked out of the air by Gosheri. Drop shot to the inside will score. That is a second point for Gosheri and Amigarena of the Renegades. Gosheri has the serve. Gosheri saw the opening took the shot. Got to take the shot when you see it. Again, Gaucheri has it here. Alex is fast. Douglas, I think, thought that this was going to hit a little softer than it did because that ball's still up in the air well past the 4 line. Good throw by Gaucheri. Powerful serve by Gaucheri, stopped by Douglas. Excellent catch by Gaucheri. There's the backhand. Douglas from the 13 line. Gaucheri winds up. Placement to the inside. Alex is there. Good stop. Backhand from the 7. That ball's on the wall. Phenomenal catch by Douglas. Douglas again, this time from the 11 line. Alex, good catch off the side wall. Tough play. Here's Amigarena now. Robote forehand save. Alex steps in on the right side. Robote save by Gaucheri. Alex will take it on the bounce. Cortada scores on the second bounce. First point for the Warriors in this first set. Alex serves. Here we have a replay. Alex takes it on the bounce. Cortada crossing that side wall. Gaucheri was there, just not able to complete the play. Well done. Douglas on the forehand. Returns it deep. Alex now mid-court. Another Cortada. Stopped by Gaucheri. Gaucheri looking for the Robote. That rebound off the back wall. Fires it low and hard, and it's scooped by Douglas. Douglas advances, takes the ball in the air. Low, hard backhand from the 10. Stopped by Amigarena. Douglas again in the backcourt. Alex comes powerfully from the side wall. Douglas pulls that off the wall at the 13. Robote dropping, saved by Alex. Gaucheri attacks, winds up. Cosado 2-all is out. 2-2, we're all tied up here in the first set of our first match this evening. Alex serves for the Warriors. Jai-Alai, like so many other games, a game of inches. Especially when your opponent is running up in the area that you're about to throw it. Gaucheri throws that 2-all as well as anyone. That one just landed out. Douglas, fine catch. There's the backhand. Robote up the middle. Gaucheri puts it inside. Douglas now from the 9. Amigarena from the 12 line keeps it on the backhand, back to the side wall, and Alex is there. Robote forehand fired by Gaucheri. Douglas saves the Robote on the forehand, looks to pass, and he does. Robote left side. Alex makes the catch. Inside placement, scooped up by Amigarena. Scooped by Douglas. Robote left side, little clip, caught by Gaucheri. Gaucheri calls for the Robote. Inside with the big bounce, Douglas stops it. High on the left side. Catch by Alex up high. Powerful throw, read and stopped in the air by Amigarena. Catch by Douglas, backhand from the 11. Douglas again, backhand from the 10. Robote forehand fired inside. Douglas hooks it off the wall. Douglas on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Amigarena's there. Douglas down low, catch. There's the big backhand. Robote, the rebound from the back wall comes out, played by Gaucheri and tipped at the side wall. Third point for Gaucheri and Amiga Reina of the Renegades. Gaucheri serves. Catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw until you set your opponent up, or try to set your opponent up to be out of position. And that was the case there. Tough catch for Douglas on the wall. Fault, over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serves land between the 4 and 7 line. Douglas on the backhand, powerfully to the inside. Robote. Alex makes the catch. There's the backhand. Amiga Reina from the 13. Rotate forehand, low and hard. Right in between Alex and Douglas. That's a 4th point for Gaucheri and Amiga Reina. Gaucheri has the serve for the Renegades. A little bit of miscommunication there. Douglas, actually Alex saying to Douglas, you know, let me hear from you. Again, Douglas got a little bit of a late start there. Alex's aggressive style of play usually leads people to believe whoever he's playing with, he's going to go for it. Like that one there. Alex picks the serve. Powerful forehand comes up the middle. Catch by Douglas. Powerful backhand. Robote. Forehand. Robote by Amiga Reina in the backcourt. Here's Douglas. Backhand from the 10. Robote by Alex. That ball's on the wall. Alex makes a tremendous catch. Robote's coming all the way out to the 4 line. Split placement. Scoop by Alex. Alex with the soft 2-wall. That will land in to score. Well played by Alex. Here's the replay. See Gaucheri. A little bit of a split placement. That's a beautiful scoop by Alex. He returns the 2-all. That kicked up a little bit, but stayed in. Well done by Alex, both on the scoop and the return shot. Backhand by Amiga Reina, low runner. Scooped up by Douglas. Robote left side to the inside. Alex on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Placement inside, clip the side wall. Gaucheri has that on the forehand. Douglas moves up, takes it in the air. Here's the backhand. Douglas now from the 9. Low runner. What a scoop deep in the backcourt by Amiga Reina. Alex. Cortada. Robote left side by Alex. Catch in the air by Amiga Reina. Low, hard backhand now caught by Douglas. Powerful forehand cut off by Alex at the 8. Hard backhand stopped by Amiga Reina. What a catch by Douglas. Peeling it off the wall at the 12. Douglas on the catch. Forehand from the 10. Amiga Reina makes a difficult Robote save. Alex moving in from the forehand. Powerful throw. Will score. 4-4 is the score. Alex has the serve for the Warriors. So up here in Division 1, hard throws do not guarantee. I mean, all these guys catch really, really, really well, especially these 2 backcourters. So it's rare that you're going to overpower. You can outposition a player, but overpowering a player, very rarely seen, especially at this level. Alex for the Robote, left side. Amiga Reina moves up, takes it in the air. Robote forehand by Alex to the outside. Gaucheri looking for the Robote. Fires it inside. Robote forehand by Alex. Caught by Gaucheri. Split placement. That goes off the forehand of Alex's cesta. 5 points for Gaucheri and Amigarena. This is possible set point. Just an unfortunate miss here by Alex again. Gaucheri plays it high, looking for that splitter, but Alex was right there. I think everybody was expecting a split placement. Alex picks the serve, rifles it inside, low and hard. Amigarena makes the stop. Douglas, low, hard backhand stop by Gaucheri. Split placement caught in the air by Alex. Alex to the inside, scooped up high by Amigarena. The ball's on the wall and scores. Our first set of the evening is tied up at 5-5. This is set point. Like you'll often hear myself and Andrew when he's here. Fortunately, Andrew is missing in action this evening, so you're stuck with me, folks, especially if you're fans of battlecourt. Get used to my voice for the evening. That ball is tipped, point and set to Gaucheri and Amigarena of the Renegades. They win the first set 6-5. 2 minutes goes on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So our first set of the evening going to Gaucheri and Amigarena of the Renegades after it was 5-5. You're watching battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Game day between the Warriors and the Renegades. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings players cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Amigarena has gotten progressively better season after season, adjusting to the court here. Moving up to take the ball in the air, doing an excellent job with that. Gaucheri, of course. I don't know necessarily that Gaucheri needs his chest rubbed off there, Ben, but Ben can't hear me, and he's, it's not a car wash, Ben. They got to play a second set. Ben's just so darn helpful, I'll tell you. That's one of the reasons why he's my favorite player, as I announced in the beginning. I think he was shocked. In the background there, you see a little bit more intensity with the Warriors. Douglas and Alex. No shortage of intensity anywhere in this player's cage. So we have about 35 seconds before we begin our next set. And as these players begin to take the court for the second set, Renegades, Gaucheri and Amigarena took the first set by 1 point, 5-5. They're at the end of it. As I was saying earlier, if Andrew and I say anything, it's that certain matches deserve 5-5. And decided on the last point, this is certainly one matchup that does. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second set. First team to reach 6 points will win this set. First team to win 2 sets will win the match. Alex will have the serve for the Warriors. See Gaucheri there tying into his cesta. Again, that hand sits on top of the basket with that glove over the top. Only thing holding that hand in there with all that hard throwing is that long white tie, the cinta. Alex serves. The second set has begun. Alex with a hop backhand from the 9. Amigarena to the inside. Alex looking for the rebote. Keeps it inside. What a scoop by Gaucheri. Tough play. Rebote forehand. Douglas looking for the rebote. Right back to the inside. Rebote now for Amigarena. Cut off down low by Alex. That's a great catch. Big bounce brought down by Douglas. Rebote left side. Gaucheri cuts it off. Below. Stopped by Alex. Alex powerfully throws it back. And that will score. First on the board here in our second set, the Warriors, Alex and Douglas. A lot of power up there in the front court. Gaucheri takes that down low, rips it to the outside. Here's Alex. Sometimes the power isn't overwhelming, sometimes it is. In that case, it was in the backcourt. Hard serve by Alex is in. There's the backhand by Amigarena. Rebote save by Amigarena. Alex picks it up on the bounce. Costado 2-all, stopped by Gaucheri. What a scoop. A phenomenal scoop by Douglas. That's tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for the Warriors. Alex and Douglas. Alex has the serve. So Gaucheri, okay, fantastic catch. A lot of power coming into the backcourt. Look at this. That scoop, phenomenally played by Douglas. Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. Alex calls for the rebote. Amigarena deep in the backcourt. Douglas on the scoop, 13 line. Big backhand goes wall to wall. Catch off the side wall by Douglas. A lot of power on that backhand. Comes to the inside. Gaucheri makes the save. A layup. Alex is there. Cortada inside. Caught by Amigarena. Rebote for the big bounce. Stopped on the left side of Douglas. Douglas powerfully. Caught in the air by Gaucheri. Gaucheri back to the inside. Douglas advances and takes it in the air. Douglas on the catch. Backhand from the 8. Blasted. Caught by Amigarena. Rebote left side by Alex. That took off and hit the overhead screen. That is the first point in the second set for Gaucheri and Amigarena. Gaucheri has the serve. Yeah, that ball is coming off the back wall so fast. You got to get your footing steady, get it right into your cesta, maintain control, though you can't stop it because it's the rebote. The momentum of that ball just carried it through Alex's cesta and too high on the front wall. Good effort, but out of play. Excellent serve by Gaucheri, and even better catch stopping the ace by Douglas. Rebote to the inside. Rebote by Gaucheri, midcourt to the forehand of Douglas. Douglas lower and harder. Amigarena will make the save. Alex takes it on the bounce at the 7. Hard to the inside. Gaucheri calls for it. Lays it up. Catch down low by Alex. Low and hard. Gaucheri slips in there. Makes a phenomenal catch. Drop shot. Too far from Alex. Douglas moves in with control. Amigarena on the forehand. Douglas is there again. Backhand from the 10. Rebote to the inside. Gaucheri has it. Drop shot. Alex has it on the forehand. Outside placement scooped up by Gaucheri. Carom by Gaucheri will score. Second point for Renegades, Gaucheri and Amigarena. Gaucheri has the serve. Fine catch here by Alex. He goes outside, but Gaucheri is basically standing midcourt, just has to take a step to his right. Returns a carom just out of reach of Alex. Alex takes the serve, a hard serve, throws the carom. Read by Gaucheri, powerful forehand on the return. Douglas sets up for the rebote. Fires it inside, Amigarena's there. Scoop attempt tipped by Gaucheri. That is a third point for Alex and Douglas of the Warriors. Alex serves. Gaucheri is aggressive as any player in all of battle court consistently since he first started with the program, and nothing easy about what he was attempting to do there, and just went right off the tip of the cesta. Amigarena on a low catch, low runner to the inside. A Douglas is there. Amigarena from the 11. Alex takes it in the air on the left side. Backhand. Into the corner, out to the rebote. Gaucheri passes wall to wall. Rebote forehand. Caught in the air by Amigarena. Douglas from the 12. Powerful forehand. Here's the backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Costado rebote to the inside. Douglas takes it on the bounce. Split placement. Alex into position, makes the save. Amigarena picks it up on the left side, high bounce. Rebote left side, saved by Amigarena. Gaucheri, rebote. Forehand by Douglas, 2 pass. Caught in the air at the 11 line. Alex makes the catch on the backhand, low and hard on the return. Amigarena again, this time from the 10. Douglas from the 10 line, powerful backhand. Rebote by Gaucheri stays inside and Douglas is there. That rebote is not coming out. That's a 4th point for Alex and Douglas of the Warriors. Alex has the serve. Douglas on the catch here. Again, we frequently calling these chick-chacks and chulas. That one just not coming out to being played. Not a traditional chula, but chula enough not to give Gaucheri a play on it. Gaucheri picks this serve. Philo will score. The kill shot straight to the outside. Gets Gaucheri and Amigarena with 3 points. Powerful serve crossing the box by Gaucheri. That's beautifully thrown. Here's Amigarena on the backhand. That goes wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Alex, rebote to the inside. Amigarena's there. Rebote dying. That's in play. Here's Alex. Low and hard. Scooped up by Amigarena and a beautiful catch. Douglas comes out. He saves the rebote. Gaucheri moves in. Split placement to score. 4-4 is the score. Gaucheri has a serve for the Renegades. Douglas makes a fine save here. Gaucheri sees Alex to the outside. You see that ball? It goes right between the front quarter and back quarter. Frustrating play for the Warriors. Beautifully thrown by Gaucheri. We're all tied up 4-4 in the second set. Alex picks that serve, thrown hard. The inside it goes. Gaucheri following it. He just lays up that rebote for a save. Alex again. Split placement. Lands out. That is a 5th point for Renegades. Gaucheri and Amigarena. This is possible. Match point. Fault underserve. Second serve must be good. Second powerful serve by Gaucheri. Douglas is there. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Robote to the inside. Douglas has it on the left side. Backhand. Coming out. Oh, coming way out and scoring. We are 5-5, both in the first set and the second set. So this is possible set point for Alex and Douglas. Possible match point for Gaucheri and Amigarena. We're checking the ball to see if it can continue in play. Once again, once the ball becomes damaged, the chief judge will have to review it. New ball coming out. 5-5, second set. Alex serves. Powerful serve by Alex, caught by Amigarena. Low runner. Douglas on the catch. Backhand from the 11. Alex has it on the forehand. Right side to the inside. Gaucheri calls for it. Robote. Caught by Alex. Alex down low. Amigarena for the Robote save. Alex stops it at the 5. Inside placement again. Scooped up beautifully by Amigarena. Douglas. Powerfully from the left side. Amigarena's there. Robote by Alex. Gaucheri stops it at the 8. Powerful backhand. Caught near by Douglas. Beautiful catch on the wall. What a catch by Alex up high. Powerful forehand. Amigarena has it. Difficult catch at the last moment by Douglas. Gaucheri steps up. Backhand. Caught by Douglas. Robote save. Alex attacks. Has it. Powerful forehand. Will be stopped by Amigarena. Douglas gets in there to take it in the air at the 9 line. Beautiful catch. Amigarena's there. Alex from midcourt. Powerful throw. Robote dropping. Saved by Alex. Gaucheri has it. Gustavo Tual will score for the win. Point and a straight set victory, though a hard straight set victory for Gaucheri and Amigarena, taking it 6-5 in the second set. So there you have it. A hard-fought match, 5-5 in both sets. Tremendous play by all 4 players.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Here we are with Amigarena. Mikel, you're hearing my voice because Andrew took the night off tonight and left us all alone. So, Amigarena, you've adjusted to this court over the last couple years. You seem so comfortable now. How do you feel out here, catching and throwing?
Catching and throwing. That's it. that's what we have to do here to win the game. So at the end with 5-5, we got one more than them, so we get a victory.
So you're definitely feeling more comfortable. I think we've been seeing that week after week. Is that the case?
Of course, very, very comfortable after 4 seasons. It was my time, I think, right? That is my time.
Perfect. We're very glad it happened. Thank you very much and good luck through the evening.
Thank you so much.
There you have it from Amigarena. He said it after 4 seasons, making the adjustment to battlecourt. Battlecourt speed, battlecourt size. See the practice out there taking place for our second matchup of the evening, which would be Alex and Julian, Goanaga and Amigarena. That's right, Alex coming out back-to-back I don't think he really needs practice after that one, but nonetheless, we still have about 30 seconds to go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai in Miami, Florida. We're getting ready to begin our second of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Warriors and the Renegades. Tremendous play in that. I mean, that first match really set the tone and pace for the remainder of tonight. Warriors made an impressive comeback last week. Let's see how they go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second match, a doubles match. Alex and Julian will serve for the Warriors, receiving for the Renegades, Goenaga and Amigarena. Reminder that here in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're new to it, first team to reach 6 points wins the set, first team to win 2 sets wins the match. Warriors beginning to serve all evening. A warmed up Alex and seemingly a warmed up Amigarena out there on the court right now. Alex serves, our second set begins. Fault with an overserve. Second serve must be good. Good serve must land between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. Play is on. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. That ball's tipped by Alex about the 8 line. First point of this match goes to Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Here's the backhand by Julian, powerfully thrown. Julian again, this time from the 10 line. Here's Goenaga, mid-court, low and hard to the inside. Julian advances to make the catch. Amigarena on the catch, backhand. Julian will take it in the air at the 12. Goenaga looks for the rebote, drops it inside. Alex gets in there, makes a tough catch. Backhand to the outside, very much to the outside. Alex gets out there, going for a 2-all. That caught the pad. That will be a second point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goenaga serves. Alex saw the shot, he went for it, but you got to keep that pad in mind. He wasn't in a particularly good place to make the shot, but he went for it. Renegades lead by 2 points here in the first set of our second match. Scoop by Amigarena. There's the backhand. Big right side by Julian. Goenaga powerfully to the inside. Beautiful. Good effort by Julian. That ball crossed the wall right as he went to catch it. That's a third point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goenaga serves. Tough break for Julian there. Those creases that you see there in the side wall that make them look like panels, which is what they are. Occasionally the ball hits the lip of one of them, just the edge, changes the bounce entirely. That's an ace from the forehand of Goenaga. 4 points for Goenaga and Amigarena. Goenaga serves. That one came fast. So fast, I was describing the last point, and Goenaga aced the Warriors and me. Julian ready for this one. Backhand to the inside. Powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote forehand by Alex. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote by Goenaga. Alex stops it behind him. Drop shot. Inside placement, rather, is stopped by Amigarena, the low runner. Alex took a shot at it. That went off the frame of his cesta. That is a 5th point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Possible set point. Alex puts this inside. Not a drop shot. Again, inside placement. Read perfectly by Amigarena. The low return. If Julian didn't call him off, Alex reached in. Ball got tipped. Here's the backhand by Julian. Amigarena from the 12 line. There's the forehand by Julian. Catch by Goenaga. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Amigarena's there. Scoop by Julian. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Goenaga. Goenaga to the inside. Julian's there. Forehand rebote by Alex. Powerfully thrown. Big bounce. Late notice. That's a point for Alex and Julian. There'll be no shutout in this first set. Alex has the serve for the Warriors. Anytime a player goes down, especially if they're hot, transfers. Some sweat onto the ground sets up a slippy situation, which we cannot have. Ben doing a tremendous job, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's Ben Gadsden out there. We'll see him play Jai-Alai a little later, but for now, that's the man. Play will resume. Play resumes. Alex serves. Rotate forehand. Amigarena's there. Amigarena from the 13 line. Julian at the side wall. Tough catch. Fine backhand. Rebote left side. Catch by Alex. Alex winding up. Powerful costado inside. What a scoop by Amigarena. Goenaga calls for the rebote, plays it from the forehand. Alex takes it in the air, winds up. Costi inside, scooped up by Amigarena. Big backhand by Julian. Julian will take this on the bounce at the 12 line. Powerful forehand, cut off by Goenaga. Goenaga to the inside. Julian advances to make the catch in the air. Scoop, beautifully made by Amigarena on the left side. Rebote forehand by Alex. Julian comes out to make the rebote play. Passes Goenaga. Amigarena's got it. Outside placement will score for Amigarena. That is point and set to Goenaga and Amigarena. 2 minutes will go on the board. We'll come out and play our second set. So there you have it. Renegades on fire. We don't see Amigarena throwing many shots, but we certainly did there. Warriors might have staged a comeback there. Amigarena makes the catch on the right side, throws outside placement. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently playing our second of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Renegades and the Warriors. Back here in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. And Ben, once again, attacking the players mercilessly with his beauty products. I mean, I understand the whole concept of multi-level marketing. I do get that, but I mean, you know, these guys are working really hard in Jai-Alai, and I mean, maybe he makes a sale, maybe he doesn't. It's Andrew usually picks up something from Ben just because he's interested in it and thinks it'll help take care of those bags under Andrew's eyes. It's really easy to talk about him when he's not here. And just kidding. If you're used to tuning into Battle Court and hearing Andrew's got a well-deserved night off tonight. And no better person to work with in this announcer's booth, period. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to give him a hard time tonight. And we're back in ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage, and Amiga Reina pointing to a tat. A tattoo. That's right, a voice in my head. Medication was supposed to work for that, actually. I have to call my psychiatrist. No, just kidding. A voice in my ear from the booth said, pointed to what? And I said, a tat. I thought that's what, you guys are kids. I thought that's what you called them, tats. No? Oh, okay. Yeah, tattoo. He was pointing tattoo. Time to begin our second set. Alex will have the serve for the Warriors. This is fun. There's the backhand. Here's the forehand by Alex to the outside. Perfect read by Goenaga to make that rebote beautifully done. Here's the backhand by Julian. Amiga Reina from the 11 line. Goenaga now from the 7 line to the inside. Cortada. That is stopped before the second bounce beautifully by Julian. Great catch. Julian now on the forehand from the 12. High and hard to the front wall. Amiga Reina's there. There's the forehand to the inside. Julian's there. Tipped in the front court. First point of the second set goes to Alex and Julian of the Warriors. Alex will serve. So Alex got one in there. The catching by Amiga Reina and Goenaga is absolutely spot on. Alex is quick. Got it there on the inside. Here's the backhand by Amiga Reina. Rebote on the left side. High and hard by Alex. Alex calls for the rebote. Beautifully played back to the inside. Goenaga has it on the hop. Goenaga again, this time for the 9 line. Catch by Amiga Reina. Low and hard from the forehand of Julian is stopped in the backcourt by Amiga Reina. Julian at the side wall, backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played powerfully by Goenaga. Low and hard by Alex, scooped up by Goenaga. Julian on the catch, backhand from the 10. Rebote left side. Catch by Julian. Cortada a bit high, stopped by the back quarter at the 10. Rebote dropping, saved by Alex. Goenaga moving in. He's got it on the forehand. Crossing the wall and scoring. We're tied up 1-1. Point for Goenaga and Amiga Reina. Kind of combine their names there. 1-1, Goenaga serves. I often do that. I also take one gigantic long name with a lot of syllables in it and just make it one. It's a gift. Serve come up for Goenaga. That ball's tipped in the backcourt. That's a second point for Goenaga and Amiga Reina of the Renegades. Goenaga serves. Ball was coming in low for Julian. He's been spot on with the catching that one. Anytime you're catching the ball beneath your waist, but then especially down beneath your knees, trying to scoop it or trying to catch in the air, just really, really difficult to do. Catch by Julian off the hard serve by Goenaga. Alex, backhand to the inside. Amigarena's there. Alex on the catch. Forehand. Cortada stopped before crossing the wall by Goenaga. Here's the catch deep in the backcourt. Alex from the forehand at the 8. Big right side by Julian. Inside placement. Stays to the inside and scores. Goenaga and Amigarena, the Renegades, have a 3rd point and the serve here in the 2nd set. So Julian did move correctly. The way that ball usually moves, it does touch a bit of the side wall, moves a bit more off of the wall. That one didn't. Goenaga threw it inside, it stayed inside. Fault, under serve. 2nd serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Julian from the right side. Goenaga midcourt. Costado inside. Alex gets in there and makes the rebote. That takes a big kick. Dropping. Saved by Goenaga. Alex moves in. Split placement. Scooped up by Goenaga. Costado 2-all is in and scores. 4th point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goenaga serves. So Alex got his hand over his face. Really, he tried to land the kill shot, and he did it well. But that's sometimes the problem with kill shots. When you're throwing them, your opponent often is standing right out there. And you can do some harm. There's a backhand by Julian. Big right side by Julian. Goenaga from the 8. Here's the backhand by Goenaga. Powerful, powerful backhand by Alex. This rebote is coming all the way to the 2 line. Fire to the outside. Alex catches it in the air. Just going to flip that up. Keep Goenaga safe and score. 2 points for Alex and Julian of the Warriors. Alex serves. Yeah, that's one of those when you throw your shot, which you'll see Goenaga do here. He takes his shot. He throws it outside. Alex has it on the forehand. The player in possession of the ball has free range of motion to do whatever he wants, and we want him to be safe, so sometimes you have to give way. That's exactly what Goenaga did. Again, it's a safety issue. Not required. He can throw Cortada if he wants. Real bad form if he does. Leads to issues in the locker room as well. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. Catch by Julian. Rebote. Swing and a miss on the rebote. That is a 5th point for Goenaga and Amigarena here in the 2nd set of our 2nd match. This is possible match point. Beautiful catch by Julian. A hard backhand follows. Amigarena from the 13 line. Cortada, stopped by Goenaga at the 9 line. Julian on the catch. Backhand. Rebote left side to the inside. Amigarena takes it in the air. Rebote forehand to the inside. Julian again from the 10 line. Karam. Scoop is missed. The Karam by Julian will score. The Warriors have 3 points. Alex serves. Still possible match point for the Renegades. Surprise Karam by Julian, well executed. Caught Goenaga up. He was there to make the scoop, but he had to leave his feet to do it. Never an easy play when you're doing that. Beautiful catch deep in the backcourt by Amigarena. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote left side by Goanaga. On the wall, Julian makes the play. Rebote forehand. Alex cuts it off. Estado in the air, cut off by Goanaga. Low runner. Rebote forehand. Oh, that hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. That is point. And a straight set victory for Goanaga and Amigarena of the Renegades, winning at 6-1, 6-3. So I'm sitting behind the glass here comfortably, on the opposite side of all this, right? Where those flags are on the top of your screen. I can't see any of that going on until I just saw it on my TV. I didn't know we had all of these things to do here if you come in and watch live Jai-Alai and another host. I always thought that was Andrew's voice. Some replays. Okay, back to my highlight stuff. Here's a beautiful catch by Alex. Backhand to the inside. I seriously did think that was Andrew's voice. Now I know. There's the backhand. Almost caught by Alex. That ball tipped. And you see the frustration on Alex's face there. Communication between Goanaga and Amigarena was spot on. Amigarena's outside placement. Again, he doesn't throw a lot of shots, but when he does, they're timed perfectly. So well done. Rebote coming to the outside. Look at Goanaga's positioning on this. Perfectly placed. There we have the game day. There they are. Amigarena, I just saw you. You're back. And you brought Goanaga with you this time.
I'm here.
Okay, we'll take a vote later. Better looking front quarter than Gaucheri. People will vote. That's besides the point. Goanaga, fantastic play. Your positioning has been spot on consistently since you joined battlecourt. The rebote at the screen, perfect positioning. Communication with Amigarena, spot on. What do you think of how you played?
I think he played great. He didn't miss any ball. He was his second game, so he worked hard today, but it was worth it, and I have to continue playing, so I have to leave you guys.
Oh, that's right. You got to go back out and play. Yeah, we're doing that tonight. It's a fitness thing. Anyway, good luck. Play well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are ready to begin our third match of the game day. Gallo and Manny will play for the Warriors, taking on Goanaga and CRB. Gallo will have the serve. Everyone's in place. We're ready to begin. As soon as Goanaga gets his cesta tied. See, CRB in his giant form was blocking my view, and I really couldn't see Goanaga tying in. I have to apologize to him later. There's the serve. We begun. CRB, backhand. CRB from the 11 line to the inside. Manny's there. Manny powerfully from the left side. CRB takes it high in the air. Big backhand follows. That clears the overhead screen. Robote coming out. Scoop by Manny. Drop shot. Read by Gallo. Stopped by Gallo. Powerful backhand. Caught in the air by CRB. Here's a backhand by Goenaga. Manny makes the catch. Manny again, now from the backhand. CRB, forehand to the inside. There's the forehand by Manning. Oh, what a catch by Goenaga around Manning. Almost looked like around the neck of Manning. Here's the backhand by Manning. That ball is tipped. First point of this match goes to Gallo and Manning of the Warriors. Gallo will have the serve. A long first point.
Long first point, Stu, but a good first point.
Oh, I should all let you know, Scott Savin is with us tonight because he's afraid that if I announce too much, my voice is going to go since Andrew is off at that spa in Scarsdale. Let's get back to the highlight for a moment, and then we'll have a little chit-chat with Scott. Here's the backhand by CRB. Do they still have spas in Scarsdale? I'm not sure. Gallo from the forehand. Robote to the inside. Manny's looking for the Robote. That ball's missed. It's a point for Goenaga and CRB. We're tied up, 1-1. Did you get a sufficient introduction? You want me to introduce you again?
No, it's a perfect introduction. Just happy to jump in here for a few minutes with you, Stu.
Well, you can take more than a few minutes if you want. You can take as much time as you
I
like.
appreciate that. Thank you. Well, we got the Renegades jumped out here to a 2-0 lead. We got Goenaga playing back-to-back in this third match. Played in the second and the third match. A little bit different than normal because a couple of our players are headed over to Spain for some tournament play.
I didn't mention that, but yes, I believe that they're going from the shower to the airport. Fortunately, we're only like 3 miles south of Miami International, so good try. There's the backhand by Manny. Goenaga at the sidewall, pulls it off. Gallo, forehand Robote to pass. Gallo on the catch again, powerful backhand. CRB, great stop at the 11 line. Scoop off the frame of Manny Sesta. That's the second point.
A lot of pressure here on the Renegades to try and take this match. If they get up 3-0, they guarantee themselves a tie. Game day with 3 matches left to go really puts them in a great position to win a game day. Warriors, playing from behind, and you got a couple of veterans out there, and Gallo and Manny trying to get the Warriors back in this match.
And playing from behind sometimes does well for certain players. We do have some players that play well from behind. Other players, the pressure, So we'll see what happens here. Robote coming out, forehand by Goenaga. That is a point for Gallo and Manny. Gallo serves. We're all tied up, 2-2. Gallo has the serve.
Gallo really a backcourt, playing front court in this team, sort of covering for a little bit of a shortage in front court players on the on the Warriors, to be honest.
But doing a good job, especially last week, really seemed to come into his own in the singles match that he won. Here's the backhand by Manny. Robote. Save by Goenaga. Gallo attacks. Powerful backhand follows. Robote coming out to the 7 line. Manny going to move up, take that way overhead. Manny now from the 12 line. Backhand. Rebote left side by Goanaga. Manny moves in, takes it overhead. Manny advances to the 8. Goanaga makes the save. Here's Manny from the 9 line, passing it back. Goanaga takes it in the air, winds up. Split placement attempt read by Manny. Carom by Manny will score.
Smart play by a veteran there. And look, you look at this team, you've got Goanaga in front, you have CRB in back. If you're going to try and pick on the weaker player, you're going to go after CRB in the backcourt, certainly not Goanaga in front. I think they need to realize that, try and exploit that weakness.
Absolutely, and I mean, combined between Manny and Gallo, I think we're looking at over 40, close to 50 years of high experience. 25 years of it provided by Manny. Drop shot. Gallo reads it, makes the catch, returns it high. Rebote at the side wall. Manny makes the catch. Cortada off the tip of Goanaga's cesta. That's a 4th point for Gallo and Manny.
And that's what they're going to need to do, Stu. You know, get Goanaga out of position, work on CRB in the backcourt, try and win this match, try and get their team back into the game day.
We've seen by history that when there's a lot for Goanaga to do or he feels that pressure, even though CRB won't miss a ball, like maybe 1 or 2 balls in a given set, Goanaga feels the pressure to finish it off and sometimes winds up tipping balls that you wouldn't see him tip, like, for instance, with Amiga Reina in the backcourt. So it's a confidence thing. There's a catch by CRB. Speaking of CRB, nice catch. Rebote forehand. Not coming out. 5 points for Gallo and Manny of the Warriors. Possible set point. Gallo serves.
Again, can't overemphasize how much the Warriors need to get this match. Like you said, 2 veterans out there with 50-plus years of experience between the 2 of them.
Combined, yeah.
Get their team back in this game day.
CRB from the backhand. That clips. Caught in the air by Gallo. Gallo low and hard. Scoop by Goanaga. Drop shot. Goes off the frame of Gallo's cesta. That's a 3rd point for the Renegades. Goanaga and CRB. Goanaga serves.
Well, Gallo looks more comfortable out there. He's moving. He's getting the drop shots from Goanaga, which is sort of a Goanaga specialty. He's great at the drop shot. Gallo's moving well. He's there. And very much in this set.
Potentially looking like he was what he was going to do with it when he caught it. That's not a particularly difficult catch, and that'll screw up a highlight player at any level. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That is point and set for Gallo and Manny of the Warriors. Taking the first set, 6-3. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. So we're joined by none other than Scott Savin, the man who envisioned... I have so many questions for you, but I promise you I'm not going to do it here. It's, maybe in a year or 2, we'll sit down over coffee and... Your dream.
My nightmare, my dream, I'm not sure which.
Oh, if I said... Oh, please.
We're having a lot of fun. That's all that... Stu, all that matters is we're having fun. We're sitting here. It's Friday night. I'm looking out in the audience. We got Glenn Rice, 3-time NBA All-Star, sitting out there.
Do we?
We got Ray Lewis, NFL Hall of Famer. So
Ray,
you got
I've seen.
3-time NBA All-Star. You got an NFL Hall of Famer. They're sitting there watching highlight along with this crowd. They're having a great time. And this is what it's all about.
Absolutely. Everybody seems to, Friday nights, there's no question about it. I joke around about, the noise. But the truth of the matter is that the vibe in here is fantastic. It always has been.
The vibe is great. We got the DJ. We got interactive games. We have people here having a good time. I hope they're on their phones, on the Hard Rock app, betting like crazy. Who's going to win the point? Who's going to win the set? Who's going to win the match?
Is that why they're on their phone? I just thought that they weren't paying attention to me.
We want every single person in here on their phone.
Except that kid. He looks like he's 4.
Well, he might be underage.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to go check that.
Exactly.
No, he's playing Roblox.
Someone get that phone away from that kid.
But no, listen, it's a lot of fun. It's great to be out here. We got high speed. It's frenetic. It's exciting. As far as this game day goes, the Warriors, they need to play their way back into it. I think the strategy was well executed in the first set. They're moving well. Both Manny and Gallo are moving really well.
Absolutely.
Look, athletically, Goanaga and CRB, you have to say, are the better athletes.
Definitely.
Highlight savvy, Gallo and Manny.
2 smart players.
2 very smart players. Again, this is a strategic game. People that are watching this, that don't fully understand highlight. It's not just catch the ball and throw it as hard as you can, and there's a lot of strategy. You're setting up points. You're trying to exploit the weaker player in doubles. You're trying to get yourself in a position where you can end a point. There's a lot going on out there on the court.
Absolutely. With that, we're ready to begin our second set. Goenaga has the serve for the Renegades. First point for Goenaga and the CRB. Beautiful catch by Manny off a hard serve. Manny gets up there, forehand play to the back, cut off by Goenaga at the 9 line. Rebote forehand. Drop shot. Manny takes off. Will not get there before the second bounce. 2 points for Goenaga and CRB of the Renegades.
And if anyone on the roster, Goenaga seems to have the best drop shot. I mean, he uses it the most. He's confident with the drop shot. Most of the time, it's a winner for him. And he's, also you can see in this match, Goenaga is going to cover more court than CRB is going to cover. He's the stronger player.
Absolutely. It just depends upon that solid catching by CRB in the backcourt and set Goenaga up to make the kill shot. Hard serve by Goenaga, stopped by Manny. Goenaga calls for the rebote. It's dropping. He makes the save. Gallo reaches in. Powerful backhand to CRB. Manny on the forehand at the 12. Gustavo 2-all. Stopped by Gallo. Cortada by Gallo. Will score.
Well done by Gallo. Got himself in the right position. Handled Goenaga's shot. Threw it back. Exploited CRB. Has to be the plan.
Court positioning. That's one thing you hope people get. Here we see the replay. Gallo's positioning. See the stutter step out to the outside. Sets up not an easy catch, but
throws it inside of Goenaga, gives him no chance for it. CRB's got to make the play. It's a great shot. He's not going to come up with it.
Really well done. That stays to the inside and becomes an ace for
great serve by Gallo.
Gallo and Manning. 2-2. We're all tied up in the second set.
Gallo playing a little more aggressively, a little stronger on the serve. It's good to see.
I think we saw this the other day that he played too. His serve has a habit of landing in and staying in as opposed to coming off the wall. Not there, but there's backhand by CRB. It clears. Rotate forehand. Goenaga powerfully. Manny takes it on the right side. Passes. CRB's there. Manny from the 11 line. Big right side by Manny. Catch by Goenaga back at the 10. Goenaga calls for the catch. Plays the rebote. Manny switches to the rebote. He makes the save. Drop shot. Manny was ready for this one. Gets there. Hard to the inside. CRB alone comes up with a beautiful catch. Off the bounce. Manny now a front quarter. Cortada. Stopped by Goenaga. Backhand. Gallo says, I'm fine back here. Here's the backhand for you.
Well, the good thing is they're both comfortable in the backcourt, so that's an easy switch.
It's like you go up front. No, you go up front. Scoop attempt just missed by Manny. Excellent play by all 4 players. That's a 3rd point for Goenaga and CRB of the Renegades.
I don't know who a 3rd set would favor, Stu. I mean, Goenaga's playing back-to-back, but certainly you have 2 athletes out there. Manny and Gallo, 3 sets might be tough on them. I think they'd just as soon end it in 2 here.
If they could, and Gallo has the shots. We've seen him throw it. It's a question if he feels comfortable enough and is in position to do it. Here's the backhand by Manny. CRB, fine catch at the 10 line. Big backhand right up the middle. Rebote for Gallo. He just makes the save. Moves to the outside. Drop shot. Touched the sidewall, came off the sidewall, and scores.
Could not come up with it.
4 points for Goenaga and CRB in the second set. Goenaga serves.
Goenaga has just so much confidence in that shot still.
Absolutely. And the importance there is something we've noticed since we first came to this court at Magic City. It's one thing to throw a drop shot. It's another thing to throw a drop shot that hits the front wall and goes to the side wall. It takes a little more off of it.
He's got a lot of finesse.
Absolutely. There's the backhand. Now I'm using absolutely a lot like you like I did with Andrew last night. I really got to see a doctor about that. Here's the forehand by Manny to the outside. Outside placement stopped by Goenaga. Will score on the cortada return. 5 points for Goenaga. And CRB, possible set point. We mentioned a third set. We may be seeing one.
We may be seeing one. Great anticipation by Goenaga. He just throws a great shot there.
As you've heard us say, no lead is safe. Really, no lead is safe. And anyone's capable of coming back. It is Jai-Alai, but let's see what happens here. Manny on the catch. Backhand from the 10. Rebote left side. Played high. Taken on the forehand of Goenaga. Manny called him off. Hard inside. Will score. Well thrown by Manny.
Anticipates the drop shot. Works CRB deep in the corner. CRB can't come up with it. They're still in this second set.
Really well done. Really well done. You'll see Manny start. He's not even going to see if it's a fake. He's already running up on it. And then boom. Tough catch for CRB. He had to go for the scoop.
Well, Goenaga has to pick and choose. I mean, if he's going to go to that over and over, they're going to figure it out.
Absolutely. Backhand by CRB. CRB from the 12 line to the inside. Manny on the catch. Forehand from the 11. Goenaga takes it in the air, winds up. Split placement will split them up to score. That is point and set to Goenaga and CRB. So
third set.
The Warriors take the first set 6-3. Renegades take the second set 6-3. Third set coming up, 2 minutes. Wow.
Only fitting. Let's go 3.
So what do you think about in the future, Mr. Scott's Wild Ride? What do you think about that? Just...
You having fun, Stu? That's all I want to know. Come on.
I've been having fun for 8 years, Scott. I play like I don't. I play like I don't because it's good character for me, right?
We're all having a great time.
And we work with fantastic people.
No, we do. I do. Top to bottom, everybody is great. Everyone's pulling in the same direction. Like I said, all the oars are in the water, and luckily all the oars are moving in the same direction. We are not going in circles. We're moving forward.
No, exactly. You know what just popped in my head, and I know you spent some time in the area. Those folks that do the rowing in Boston?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so you weren't a rower, were you?
I was not a rower, no.
Neither was I. But I have seen it, and it's very in sequence.
You need to be in sync. You need to be in sequence. It's a beautiful thing on the Charles River.
There you go.
Boston, absolutely. So that's what we're trying to do with Jai-Alai. In sync, in sequence, moving forward. A lot of great stuff on the horizon.
You're watching battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently in our third of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. See, Ben doesn't attack these guys like he does Gaucheri and the other one. You know, Scott, I thought we put a rule out about that multi-level marketing, but I mean, he's selling beauty products back there, and I mean, Andrew falls victim twice a week. Andrew's buying something.
So Andrew is normally the announcer who's sitting here with Stu, doing a far better job than me. I earlier in the evening went into the casino to get something to drink, and they offered that I should bring Andrew his complimentary colada. I didn't know that he had that kind of pull around here at the concession stand. I mean, I'm paying full price.
Okay, blood pressure medication. So on blood pressure medication, complimentary colada? Do you know how much I spent on soda in this building in 8 years?
I don't know what it is. I mean, clearly the announcers have a lot of pull around here. At least Andrew does.
One announcer does, the younger one. By the way, the tuna hasn't been the same since changes happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin. That's true. Ready to begin our third and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. Gallo has the serve.
All right, huge pressure here on the Warriors. They need to win this third set. They need to get themselves back in the game day. 3-0 lead for the Renegades would be essentially insurmountable. So let's see what they can do here.
Powerful serve by Gallo to start things off. We've begun. Rebote forehand. CRB makes the catch. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed. Once again, interference in the backcourt. So yes, you saw Manny going for the catch. Players have to have a clear path to the ball, and it does get kind of tight in the background, and it is requested. And also the judge has to determine if they would have made the catch had the interference not occurred. In that case, pretty easy to say it would have. Gonaga picks the serve. There's a drop shot to the inside. That scores. Beautifully done by Gonaga.
I mean, you can't throw it any better, Stu.
So well done. And again, he keeps going back to it. In that case, off the serve, remember where Gallo starts running from.
Right.
You know, he's running from the 10 line. So now's a really good time to throw it.
It is a long way to go, and David Gallo is not the fleetest of foot on this roster. So, smart play by Gonaga.
Got a tremendous sense of humor.
He does.
One of the funniest guys in the highlight. Cortada. Manny reads it, stops it, returns it from the 8 line. Rebote to the inside. Manny's there. Takes it in the air. Scoop by Manny. CRB now from the 11 line. Rebote forehand. Gonaga cuts it off, winds up. 2-all. Will score on the split placement. That's 2 points for Gonaga and CRB. Gonaga serves.
Simple strategy. If you're watching at home, keep it away from the stronger player. Gallo and Manny need to force the play to go to CRB, and they're letting too much of the play go to the stronger player. Clearly the best of the 4 players on the court right now, Gonaga.
He's cutting them up. That split placement worked beautifully. Powerful serve by Gonaga, stopped by Manny in the backcourt. Rebote. Gallo lets it pass. Here's Manny from deep in the backcourt. CRB overhead. Rebote forehand. Gonaga now from the 8 line. Outside placement. Gallo's there. Bobbled it, dropped it.
There, couldn't hang on to it. Gonaga's moving everybody around. He understands the circumstances. He knows what his job is on the floor tonight. Back-to-back matches. He's got to play a singles match later tonight against Douglas. On paper, that looks like a match Douglas should win, so he wants to get this win for his team and give him a 3-0 head start.
And he's keeping the pace up. Excellent serve, becomes an ace for Gonaga and the Renegades. That's 4 unanswered points in the 3rd and final set. Gonaga serves.
And you see Gonaga taking control of the match.
Absolutely. And an uncharacteristic show of emotion from Manny.
You don't usually see that, but he's frustrated. And this team's down, 2-0. He knows a lot on his shoulders to try and play him back in, and they get off to this terrible start in the 3rd set.
Fault over serve. Out-of-court rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. I dare anybody to show me a more frustrating sport. Having spent a little time on that side many years ago.
Oh. It's pretty frustrating, but I know some golfers that'll argue that with you.
I asked Andrew if he throws his clubs in front of him or behind him. He said, no, always in front. Ball missed on the left side of Gallo. That is a 5th point for Gonaga and CRB. This is possible set, possible match point.
5-0 here. Look, Gonaga can smell the blood in the water, as they say, Stu. They're up 5-0. Going to put him up 3-0 in the game day. He's on fire. He wants to end it right here.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, and Gallo's been making, catching had been a problem earlier in the season, but not these last 2 game days. But that left side that he dropped, that's...
No, and they had the right strategy in the first set, and then they let Gonaga just take over the match.
Here's a backhand by Manny to the inside. CRB from the 11. On the wall. Beautiful throw. Nice catch by Manny. Back to CRB. Manny now on the forehand. Over the top. Gonaga's calling for the rebote. Gallo has it on the forehand. Outside placement, not outside enough, but enough to score. There'll be no shutout in the 3rd set. Gallo and Manny have a point. Gallo has the serve.
All right, they're alive. Be good to see a big serve here from Gallo. Test CRB. Keep it away from Gonaga.
Gonaga, I think, is definitely going to be looking for this serve.
Look to pick off the serve and end it right here.
Pick off the serve, and even if he flirts with the pad. Excellent serve by Gallo. Here's the backhand by CRB. Manny's there. Powerful throw by Manny to the backcourt. Rebote by Gonaga. Manny takes it on the bounce at the 10 line. Big right side, clears. Rebote. Manny again from the 10. Here's Gallo with the floater midcourt. Powerful forehand. CRB grabs it behind the 11. Powerful backhand by Manny. Rebote coming out on the wall. Gonaga makes the save. Here's Gallo. Powerful backhand by Gallo. Caught by CRB.
CRB doing just enough back there.
Absolutely. Catch by catch, throw by throw. Manny, difficult pickup on the forehand. Takes it on the bounce. Over the top. Gonaga's there. That ball died coming off the back wall. Gallo makes the save. Oh, late communication, but CRB got there.
Athletic ability, he's there. He made the catch.
That's beyond athletic. That's CRB ability. It's got this magic quality to it that I still can't explain after 7 years. Rebote forehand. Oh, to the inside. Gonaga's there, winding up. Split placement. Will score for the win. Point set and match to Gonaga and CRB taking it in the third set. 6-1.
All right, Renegades off to a 3-0 start. They have guaranteed themselves at least a half a point and put themselves in a strong position. They just need to win one more of the next 3. So we know we've got Gonaga, Douglas at the end, but 2 shots for them to get it before then. Nothing better than chatting with you, Stu.
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
And here we are with the victors of the Renegades. Won that match. Gonaga and CRB. CRB, I see you got the microphone. Let me ask you a question. You in the backcourt, catch after catch, throw after throw. Your catching seems superior in the backcourt to the front court. What's different back there?
It just, you got more time to react to the ball, so it's easier to just watch it in, and it's easier to judge when you're back there, so that makes it a little easier.
Let me ask you a question. Your partner just played a little bit before. He may be too tired to pick up the microphone, but can you ask him if he's tired for me? Oh, you can pick it up. Okay.
I got it.
How you feeling?
Good. The first set was it wasn't so good. I made too many mistakes. Then we tried to focus, do our game, catch the balls, catch one more ball, and then try to finish the point whenever I had the chance on the front. So.
And you did a great job, both of you. Congratulations. Let's see what the rest of the game day brings us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Stu, that was a lot of fun.
That was.
I'm going to go...
oh, you're leaving?
Of course.
There's more highlight.
I know. I'm not leaving the building. I will be back probably later. I'm just going to go...
The Savins are all... Let me tell you something. You raised, I know, 3 daughters, but you raised 1 daughter. It's like, we're always like, Lindsay's always listening.
She's always listening, which is one of the reasons that I'm going to get off the microphone now. I'm sure she'll be critiquing everything that happened tonight.
Lindsay, critique? Never.
Never.
Who heard of such a thing?
All right, you're gonna match. I will be back with you later, and I'll tell you what, the Warriors have a mountain to climb. Let's see if they can pull the next 3 out and try and tie the game day.
Hope they're able to. Good to see you anytime. Come back anytime, Scott.
All right, Stu.
Thank you.
You enjoy the rest of the evening.
So, there you heard it from the man himself. And he said that he'll consider Mr. Scott's Wild Ride. So I'm excited about that because it has been a wild ride. See the warm-up for the next match, which will be a singles match between Julian and Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our next match on the game day, a singles match. between Julian, representing the Warriors. He'll have the serve, and Ben of the Renegades. Julian serves. We begin. Powerful backhand by Ben. Rebote forehand by Julian. Scoop by Ben. Ben dropped it on the backswing. First point of this match goes to Julian of the Warriors. He leads 1-0. Ben has been really working on a 2-all kill shot. Typically brings it out in singles. Don't know if that's what he was thinking about. The lost control on the backswing. That's not something we see from Ben often. Rebote forehand by Julian. Julian winding up. Coasty inside. Scoop by Ben at the 10 line. Ben advances, takes that overhead, ball tipped. Second point for Julian of the Warriors. He serves. Tough one for Ben. So catches that are too high. I mean, you've heard me talk every day if you watch battlecourt or Tuesday through Friday about those low catches biting you down beneath your waist, definitely beneath your knee, but also catching them up high. Carom by Ben, read by Julian. He makes the stop. Return. Will score from the forehand of Julian. 3 points for Julian of the Warriors. He serves. Ben got it out there. Nice throw by Ben. Julian read it, though. And again, that's the risk with throwing shots. Ben throws the carom. That's really well thrown, but look at Julian. Reads it, stops it. A punishing forehand on the return to score. There's a backhand. Rebote coming out. Julian at the 8 line. Catch on the forehand of Ben. That's in and out of his cesta. That is a 4th point for Julian of the Warriors. He serves. Looked like Ben had that on the scoop. Just lost it. Ben on the backhand, powerfully thrown. It passes. Rebote forehand by Julian. Inside placement by Ben is stopped by Julian. Ben, forehand save, big bounce. Julian backs to the 10 line to make the play. Scoop by Ben. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Julian. Julian crosses that wall. What a catch by Ben. Stops it on the tip with control. Beautifully played. Ben going in. Hard throw. Scoop by Julian. Julian on the 2-all with a soft touch that scores. Well placed. 5 points for Julian of the Warriors. Possible set point. Here on the replay, we see Ben. Again, nice shot, but Julian just ate it up. We don't see Julian throw many of these. Opened up enough to score. Here's Ben on the backhand. Hard throw to the inside. From the corner, Julian makes the save. Ben moves out, has the catch. Big backhand by Ben. Into the corner. Tough rebote save by Ben. He'll keep it in play. Julian with the floater on the outside of the court. Crosses. Ben, rebote save. That hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. 6 points and the first set for Julian of the Warriors. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So there you have it. The first set of our first singles match taken by Julian in straight points. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Saw what is an unusual piece of travel equipment there flash into the camera there for a second. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. That is, believe it or not, that's a custom-made Cesta carrier right there. Won't see those everywhere. Players walking through Miami International Airport with that. Some people will point and say, highlight player. There's Julian in the foreground. We have Goenaga talking to Ben there in the background of the DraftKings ESPN3 players cage. It's no surprise that Julian is laughing right now. I just saw Inaki. You have 3 brothers there. Oldest brother with the thickest beard. Still don't know how we feel about that. We're going to talk about this weekend. That's Inaki there on the right-hand side of your screen. Alex in the middle. And Julian playing this match. And Inaki, without much question, is about the funniest guy, maybe in all of Jai-Alai, but definitely in the Battle Court program. Players are already on the court, ready to begin. We're about ready to begin our 2nd set of our first singles match of the evening as the break clock ticks down 15 seconds more. You'll see those judges make their appearance on the court. And then we'll begin with Ben serving. Julian did take the first set, 6-0. Judges making their way out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our 2nd set of this singles match. Ben has the serve for the Renegades. Ben serves. We begin with an overserve. First fault. 2nd serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Julian from the right side. Here's Ben on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Costado inside. Julian comes cross court to make the play at the 10 line. Big backhand. Stopped by Ben in the air. Ben again on that left side. Scoop by Ben. Catch on the forehand of Julian. Hard throw. Scoop attempt missed. First point of the 2nd set goes to Julian of the Warriors. He serves. So Ben and Julian were in there hanging catch by catch and throw by throw. Ben went for the scoop at the side wall. Tough play. There's a backhand by Ben. Julian makes the catch. Robote left side. Little clip off the side wall. Julian moves in on the forehand. Powerful throw. Ben steps up to take it in the air. Right to the corner. Out to the Robote. Ben now on the forehand. Pika. Big bounce stopped by Julian. Outside placement by Julian. Ben's got the legs to get there and stop it. Hard forehand returns. Julian takes it in the air. Scoop by Ben. Backhand from the 10. Ben with another fine scoop. Costado to the inside, going to the corner. Tough play. Julian makes the save. 2-all by Ben. Julian's... That hit the overhead screen. Good effort by Julian. There'll be no shutout in the 2nd set. We're tied up. 1-1. Ben has the serve for the Renegades. So Ben did throw a good 2-all here. Julian just read it the whole time. He got there, was able to control it in his cesta. This is a good 2-all for Ben. Julian gets there. You see he keeps that hand away from the overhead screen, throws it over his head. It hit the overhead screen, but there would have been a question about change of motion had that not happened. There's a backhand by Julian, low and inside. Ben for the rebote, high and inside. Wow, that really kicked. What a catch by Julian. He can't hold on. 2 points for Ben of the Renegades. He serves. Every now and then you hear my voice go up. And usually it's either something really dangerous or exciting or unusual. In that case, unusual. Ben threw that ball inside, and it just stayed high on the inside, higher than it normally would. There's a backhand by Julian. Ben on the 2-all with a light touch. That scores. That's a third point for Ben of the Renegades. He serves. In that case, Ben changing his game a little bit. Julian's kind of lingering back there at the 10 line. So he throws a 2-all again. Took a little bit off of it. Enough to force Julian to move up to what would have been a difficult catch that he was unable to make. There's a backhand by Julian. Carom by Julian. That goes wide. That's a fourth point for Ben of the Renegades. Ben serves. Yeah, Julian taking a look at the sidewall. Julian doesn't have as much difficulty with the sidewall as Inaki. Inaki and his sidewall have had, the older brother, have had many, many arguments. Julian fewer, but that one, that Carom opened up. There's a backhand by Julian. Robote. Costello 2-all by Julian. Beautifully thrown to score. That's 2 points for Julian of the Warriors. Julian serves. Beautiful throw by Julian. Doesn't throw many of them, but that one saw Ben lingering to the inside. Ben's fast. Not fast enough to get to that one. Backhand by Ben, low and hard. Caught. Down low by Julian. Carom by Julian is in and scoring. It's a third point for Julian of the Warriors. He serves. Ben hesitated, and he usually doesn't hesitate, so I'm not sure why he hesitated. Here's the backhand by Ben. Ben on the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. Robote forehand. Scoop by Ben. Difficult catch. Settles it. Here's the backhand to pass. Scoop by Ben again. Backhand from the 11. Here's Ben from the 12 line over the top. Julian advances to take it in the air. Low and hard. Ben sets up for a difficult rebote. That had the distance. Julian's up there. Julian hard to the inside where it scores. 4-4 is the score. Julian gets the point and the serve. Ben, difficult rebote. Just enough of the front wall to land in. Julian capitalizes on it. Really well done. Here's a backhand by Ben. Robote forehand. Ben high to the front wall. Julian reads it, stops it on the forehand. Hard to the inside. Scoop attempt at the sidewall is missed. Julian now has 5 points for the Warriors here in the second set. This is possible set and possible match point for Julian. Powerful backhand by Ben. Caught by Julian at the 10 line. Robote. 2-all by Ben. Opens up. Julian stops it on the outside. What a scoop by Ben. He keeps it low. Julian, tremendous catch, the 8 line. Rebote 2-all. That's in. Stopped by Julian, but he won't be able to get the throw off. We are 5-5 here in the second set, so it's possible set point for Ben and the Renegades. Possible match point for Julian and the Warriors. Just a beautifully exit 2-all rebote. Julian makes the catch, but he can't do anything with it. Tied up in the screen. There's a backhand by Julian. Rebote. Julian, difficult catch at the 10 line. Ben on the catch. 2-all, 2 score. Point and set to Ben of the Renegades. He takes it 6-5. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our third and decisive set. After losing the first set 6-0 to Julian and not looking particularly confident there in the second set, I mean, there's no player in all of battlecourt that anyone can sleep on. Anybody can come out in any of these divisions and come back and win. But I don't know that I was expecting to see that. Here we are back in the... Oh, so he benefits from his own products. See that... Ah, interesting. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Focus on Gosheri, who seems amused by this. We'll have to talk to Goenaga later about that. So, does this thing really work? Oh yeah, yeah. No wrinkles, no lines, no nothing. I mean, Ben is pushing like 50, 53 years old now, and you know, these products that he's been hawking seem to be working for him. Don't know what that is, but apparently it has its own box. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Going into our third and decisive set for our fourth match. Singles match between Ben and Julian. Ben and Julian both back out onto the court with about 20 seconds left to go. Julian will have the serve for the third and final set. We'll see who's able to win it. Would be an important pickup for the Warriors here in Julian. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our third and decisive set. The first player to reach 6 points will win this match. Julian serves. There's the backhand by Ben. Rebote forehand with a light touch. Ben moves in, winds up. Inside placement. Will score. First point of the decisive third set goes to Ben of the Renegades. He serves. Backhand by Julian to the corner. Rebote saved by Ben. Julian has it at the 8 line. Karam opened up but caught the pad. The pad is bad. That is 2 points for Ben of the Renegades. He serves. Once again, we're in the third and final set of this match. First to 6 points, wins it. So Julian going for a kill shot. I mean, that 2-all opened up wide. You saw it hit way towards the outside of the wall, just out of play. Powerful backhand by Julian. Low to the back wall. Ben gets in there, sends it too high. That's the overhead screen. Julian's on the board with a point and the serve for the Warriors. Yeah, Ben went down and he's marking the spot where he laid down. Again, when players go down on the floor, and they frequently do to throw fall-down rebotes, you wind up putting some sweat there. It becomes very, very slippery. And if you're running through that particular part of the court, very, very dangerous. And Douglas himself, number 13, with towel duties this evening. No job is too small. Excellent serve by Julian. Fine catch and return by Ben. Julian on the forehand. Powerful right side. Ben makes the rebote. It's a 2-all. It scores. 3 points for Ben of the Renegades. He serves. Contact between the players does not constitute interference. Ben was able to play through it. Didn't ask for interference. Made the 2-all and scored. 3-1 lead for Ben and the Renegades here. What a catch by Julian. There's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Ben comes out to the 7 line. Back to the inside with a light touch. Up high, Julian makes a fine catch. Rebote forehand, high to the front wall. Big bounce. Julian forehand rebote. He makes the save. Floater. Ben stops at the 10 line. Rebote to the inside. It's down low. Ben, tough catch at the 8. Big backhand follows. Rebote forehand to the inside again. Ben's there. Backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown. Wall to wall. Julian looking for the rebote on the forehand. Outside placement of the forehand rebote. Will bounce twice before Ben gets to it. Well done by Julian. Julian has 2 points and the serve for the Warriors.
I had to jump right back in here with you, Stu. So you couldn't keep me away because I'm watching this match.
And you see
Ben come back like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, in the second set, very impressive. And it's Ben. There's no one in any division that can be counted out. That's highlight. That's battlecourt. Here's the backhand by Ben. Julian from the 10 line. Difficult catch by Ben. Backhand from the 11. That clears the overhead screen. Julian looking for the rebote. On the forehand, throws it hard. Scoop by Ben. Hard to the inside. Julian, safe save. Ben's not going to outrun the ball. Will he make the rebote? Tough play. We're all tied up 3-3. Julian serves.
Super tough play for Ben there. I think he just sort of, in baseball, kind of misjudged it. You know, the ball got the better of him, and he had to become very defensive on that play.
No question about it. We always talk about running away from the ball or running. Often doesn't work. And Ben's fast.
Win or lose, great performance by Ben in this.
No question about it. There's the backhand by Ben. Powerfully thrown. Julian looking for the rebote. Scoop by Ben. 2-all by Ben, thrown hard and scoring. That's 4 points for Ben of the Renegades. He serves.
Outstanding. I mean, there's a former University of Miami football player on the court with second or third generation player. How many family members of Julian are professional highlight players?
Grandfather, father, and then that's just in the direct lineage, and then cousin lineage goes even further.
Pretty impressive showing by Ben.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it.
And really, it speaks volumes. This is what the program's all about.
Ben, an original 2018 Magic City player, so no matter how this finishes, couldn't be more proud of him. Just not looking forward to interviewing him if he wins. Here's a catch by Julian. That's going to be a tough one. That ball crosses and scores.
Again, court presence. Got the better of him on the last couple of these, but he's hanging in there. We're knotted at 4. We're in a third set.
Yeah, I'm kidding about that. Obviously, I would love to.
A lot more pressure on Julian right now.
Well, Julian seems pretty locked in. Curious to see how these next few points go. That'll decide it. Here's a backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out on the wall. Julian makes the save inside. Ben with concentration at the 10 line. Big backhand, stopped in the air by Julian. Ben's going to look for the rebote. Rebote left side to the inside with a bounce. Julian stops it. Backhand from the 10. Hard throw. Rebote coming out. Ben on the rebote. Hard to the inside. Julian looking for it on the forehand. Ben's there. Good control. Fakes the 2-all. Puts it inside. Julian scoops it up. Julian's 2-all will land in and score. Well played by both players.
Outstanding. Ben had a shot there. If he had kept it to the inside, I think he could have won that point. It caught the corner of the court. Set up Julian. Great play by both players.
Possible match point for Julian of the Warriors. He serves. Absolutely. We talk about the importance of not clipping, of keeping it straight whenever you can. It's so difficult to do, but... Excellent serve by Julian. Here's the catch and return by Ben. Powerfully thrown wall to wall. Julian on the rebote. Outside placement of the forehand rebote is out.
Ben was making the call for the judge there, but I think it was the right call.
5-5 in the third and final set. Ladies and gentlemen, this is match point. Winner of this point wins the match. Yeah, you know how much I love when they do that.
I know. It's one of your favorite things. But it happens in sports all the time.
Scott's always saying, you have manager responsibilities, you have announcer responsibilities. Or is that Lindsay? That's both of you. Let's see what Ben does here. There's the serve by Ben. Julian on the catch. Backhand. Rebote coming out. Forehand rebote by Ben escapes and hits. Out of play. Point set and a hard-fought match for Julian of the Warriors, winning at 6-5 in the third set.
Ben should be proud of what he did in that match.
Honorable mention to Ben. No question about it.
Just terrific. I know he'll be disappointed, but go back and look at that. He took Julian to 3 sets to a point like that. Really played amazingly well.
Absolutely. What? Scott, have you looked at our replays lately?
I am ready. Let's see some replays.
I know you got a bill for this system, so I hope you enjoy it. It's really good.
I'm enjoying it.
Beautiful catch by Julian on the outside, but that punishing right side of Julian, tough to beat.
No, I mean, listen, this was the must-win match for Julian. And if you're the Warriors, you figure Douglas is going to win the last match on paper. You got to play them all, but he's the favorite on paper. And Julian had to keep him in the game day, keep him alive. Gallo and Correa coming out here to play next, again, to try and keep the Warriors alive. The league has never been this even, Stu. And there you see the one where Julian goes down the inside. Here's Ben. Outside placement, Julian gets it, but he can't do anything with it.
Exactly. Got tied up in the screen. Can't push it out of the way with that right hand. Ben really came alive in the second set here. He's got, 5-5 in the third set. Ben is, obviously you want the win. Obviously payment comes with the win, but Ben played beautifully. Very proud of him.
Absolutely, and Ben has to feel like, I can play with anybody. Ben's playing up in ranking, and he's doing an amazing job.
That's Ben. He really is the hardest. That's why it really is a joke, me not wanting to interview him. That really is the hardest working man in Jai-Alai. Always has been since 2018. Daryl's the nicest. That's Rock, of course. And he's also opening an Apple store, from what I might understand. We're going to take a look at some season totals here soon.
All right.
There they are. So you need to define these because Andrew defines these for me.
Here we go. All right, so look how tightly bunched this group is. You got the Devils down at the bottom with 3 points, spanning all the way up to the Cyclones on top with 5.5. Fireball sitting in second with 5. But look at tonight. Renegades and Warriors, they're half a point apart. If the Warriors climb their way back into this, they'll maintain that half-point advantage. If the Renegades win the game day, they jump right over the Warriors, get 5 points. The Warriors sitting with 4.5. Every game day is becoming crucial at this point because everyone realizes that everyone's alive, everyone's in it.
Thanks for the explanation, Scott. And I believe that we have Julian handy. Julian, singles match. You look great, first of all. I just want to tell you look great. The hair looks great. Mustache and beard, solid.
You want to say something else?
Not right now. But I hear you're going to the Caribbean this weekend.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to Puerto Rico.
That is fantastic. I wish you well on the trip. That match went 3 sets. How do you feel?
I need some money to pay my fines and to pay my trip to Puerto Rico, so yeah, it feels good.
finds you. I have to find out who wrote that. Who around here? Well, I'll get to the bottom of this,
Yeah.
Julian. I'll make sure that
We
you
will
have
talk,
enough
we'll
money
talk.
for that pina colada on the beach
you
in
and
Puerto
I.
Rico.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll do a meeting soon. Yeah, soon.
Julian, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming back. Good luck to the Warriors the rest of the night.
You know, we have a lot of fun around here.
We did. Or we tried to. We tried to.
We got an amazing roster.
That was a different conversation at 8 o'clock this morning.
All right, so Stu, I'm going to try and excuse myself again. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to mingle. I'm going to enjoy some of the free snacks that I'm allowed to have.
Free snack. He gets free from the casino. Never mind.
Well, no, not from the casino. I get nothing from the casino. Andrew gets the free coladas from the casino. I pay full price, not even an employee discount. I am persona non grata.
An employee discount.
But over here in our VIP section,
Ah.
I can get a bag of, and I'm not like I'm pitching brands, but Lay's potato chips. And
Enjoy.
you can't only eat just one of those Lay's potato chips.
No, you can't.
All right, we got doubles coming up, Stu.
Time to begin our next game, ladies and gentlemen. Doubles match. Cray will have the serve for the Warriors. There's the serve. We begin. There's a backhand by Gallo to the inside. CRB hops, makes the catch. Correa from the left side. Backhand, low and hard. Caught by CRB. What a catch by Gallo, deep in the backcourt. CRB's there, winding up. Outside he goes. Correa's got it on the backhand. Powerful backhand. Catch by CRB. Rotate forehand. Scoop attempt tipped in the backcourt. First point of this match goes to Correa and Gallo of the Warriors. Correa has the serve. Yes, Flores reaching out for the scoop, just tipped it. Here's the catch and return by Flores. CRB threw it outside and it scores. 1-1. CRB serves. Here's the catch by Gallo, forehand. That's a Rebote save by CRB. Cortada will score from the forehand of Correa. Correa and Gallo lead 2-1. Correa serves. Fault, underserve. Battlecourt rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Second serve is good. Flores on the backhand. Gallo from the 12 line to the inside. Flores is there. Correa with a tip ball at the 10 line. Second point for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. We're all tied up. 2-2. Gallo from the forehand. Crossing the sidewall high. Rebote for Flores. Correa attacks, makes a great catch. Up front, outside, and CRB is there. Correa going for the Cortada. Just has a tip ball. Great catch and return by CRB. 3 points for CRB and Flores. This is a great throw by Correa. I mean, he goes outside, and this scores for him quite a bit, but CRB has been on tonight. Great catch on the outside, and a punishing Cortada to score. Correa picks this serve. There's the backhand. Caught by Flores. Gallo from the 11 line. Gallo back at the 12, right side to the inside. CRB's there. That ball's on the wall. Great catch by Gallo. Powerful backhand follows. Another powerful backhand. CRB's in the front court. That goes wall to wall from the left side. Correa for the rebote. Iron inside. What a catch by Flores. CRB's there. Backhand. Rebote to the outside. CRB has that on the Costado. Drop shot. Saved. Thrown outside to score. Beautifully played by Correa. We're all tied up. 3-3. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. CRB's been on tonight, no question about it. Makes a beautiful catch here. Not a 2-all. Drop shot. Well done, but Correa's all over it. Blasted outside. CRB had a chance. Wasn't able to stop the ball. 3-3 in the first set. Powerful serve by Correa. Backhand is low and inside. Correa from the 6th line. Cortada stopped by CRB on the scoop. Gallo from the 11 line. Backhand 2-all. Will land in and score. 4th point for Correa and Gallo. Correa serves. CRB with a split. Just lost his footing, wasn't able to get out there to try to stop the backhand 2-all. That scores for Gallo. Warriors lead 4-3. Flores on the backhand. Gallo, forehand rebote. Caught by CRB. CRB dropped it on the backswing. That is a 5th point for the Warriors. Correa and Gallo, they have possible set point here in the first set. CRB, this is one of the things that I was talking about with him in the interview. Not directly, but when he's in the backcourt, he has so few drops. When he's in the front court, where he has an opportunity to make more shots, the backswing to make the shot has screwed him up a couple times just throughout the course of his career. Powerful serve by Correa. Flores is there. Gallo down low makes the backhand throw. Rebote for CRB. Difficult play at the side wall. Will score. 4 points for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB serves. Correa waving basically an apology and to his backcourt. And Gallo knows. Gallo's been playing this long enough to know that there was nothing easy about that ball floating at the side wall. Catch by Gallo. Gallo hard from the forehand. Flores is there. Backhand by Flores. Kicks into the overhead screen. That is point and set for Correa and Gallo of the Warriors. So 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking the breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida, playing our 5th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. There's the focus on Correa. I'll tell you, Correa and Nicholas managed to keep their hair perfect, despite the helmet and aggressive play. Of course, Anderson Correa, one of the original players to pick up a Cesta in 2018 with the Magic City program. Dave Gallo, on the other hand, had to remind me the other day that he's in his 40s. Been around Jai-Alai quite a long time, both playing and enjoying as an aficionado. Over there on the other half, we see Flores and Ben. Don't know if Ben has already given Flores his treatment or if he passed on that one. Ben just played great. I mean, he really, really did great. It's hard to tell so in that when they've lost a match, 6-5. But Ben did play great. And CRB just so wonderfully unaffected by anything going on around him. CRB makes his way onto the court. He'll have the serve to begin the second set in about 20 seconds. But CRB's like walking peace of mind. I mean, that's really the best way that I can describe him. I don't know that I've ever seen him in a bad mood. And with that, we are ready to begin our second set. CRB will have the serve for the Renegades. CRB serves. We've begun. Gallo from the forehand lays it up. Scoop by Flores. Rebote by Correa. Hard throw. Scooped up high by Flores. Gallo from the 10 line. Back to the inside. Throwing hard. Flores going for a shot from the 11 line. Threw it into the pad. The pad is most definitely bad. First point for Correa and Gallo. Correa will have the serve for the Warriors. Rather unfortunate shot by Flores there again. The inside was open, but I don't know that it was open all the way back from the 10 line. Good effort. The thought was there. Flores on the forehand. Big bounce. Brought down by Gallo at the 13. Flores, right side. Hard to the inside. That's going to be a tough one. Gallo handles it on the left side. Flores again. Backhand. Forehand rebote by Correa. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a second point for Correa and Gallo of the Warriors. Correa serves. Powerful serve by Correa. Gallo up high, backhand. Lost his footing, but stays inside. Correa makes the catch. Hard forehand. Will score. A third point for Correa and Gallo of the Warriors. Correa serves. Gallo looks like he lost his footing, then reached for his knees, not asking for any type of injury timeout. The momentum definitely going with the Warriors at this time. Hard serve by Correa. Rebote forehand save by Correa. Nicely done. CRB all the way up there. The drop shot executed by CRB will score. Good effort by Gallo to try to chase that down. That's a point for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB serves. Just after me asking whether or not there may be a problem with that knee. Not as far as running is concerned. That's the thing I've been saying for years. It's not just running. Especially the guys who've been playing the longest, they've been running on concrete the entire time. See the backhand there. And reaching back down. Here's the forehand by Gallo. Rebote save by CRB at the side wall. Correa attacks with that right side. Cortada will score. A fourth point in the second set for Correa and Gallo of the Warriors. Correa serves. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. CRB picks the serve, drop shot. Correa takes off. That will score on the second bounce. CRB and Flores are on the board with a second point. CRB serves for the Renegades. Drop shot working for CRB there. Again, he picks the serve of Correa, drops it inside. Well done. Gallo, backhand from the 12 line. Powerful throw. Rebote forehand saved by CRB. Correa gets in there, makes the catch on the left side. Rebote, the rebound from the back wall. Played again by CRB. Correa gets in there with the right side. Cortada stopped by CRB. Correa with a hop. Outside placement. CRB's there. CRB with the carom. Correa was there. Ball goes off the frame. That's 3 points for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB serves. CRB's been playing great tonight, all the way around. Earlier in the backcourt, now in the front court. Beautiful carom returned by CRB. Gallo moves up to make the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Flores up high. Backhand. Rebote forehand, low and inside. CRB comes across court, makes the save at the 8. Backhand by Gallo. Powerful throw, clearing the overhead screen. Rebote inside. Good catch by Gallo. Backhand. CRB for the rebote. Play to pass. Gallo for the rebote. Low and inside will score on the second bounce. That is 5 points for Correa and Gallo in the second set. Possible match point for the Warriors. Gallo found the hole right on the inside. Well done. Powerful, powerful serve by Correa. Low runner scooped up by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Correa on the forehand at the 7 line. Hard throw. CRB makes the catch. Right up the middle. Scoop attempt is missed. A 4th point for CRB and Flores. Correa and Gallo still with 5 and possible match point. Here's the catch by Gallo. Powerful backhand. Flores. Gallo from the 10 line. Harder backhand. Rebote coming out to CRB on the inside. Correa coming cross court. Keeps it on the backhand. Low runner. Scooped up by Flores. Gallo from the 12. CRB left side. Backhand wall to wall. Correa forehand rebote to the inside. Flores is there. Low hard backhand. Scoop by Flores. Flores now on the forehand. Catch by Correa. Correa with the cortada. Stopped by Flores. Flores on the backhand. Into the backcourt and Gallo's there. Powerful backhand rebote coming up the middle. CRB for the rebote. Just above the pad, it will score. Five. This is set point for the Renegades. Match point for the Warriors. Gallo over the top powerfully. Big right side. Flores with the catch. Gallo again from the 12 line. Powerful throw. Low runner. Gallo on the backhand. Flores at the 10 line. On the wall, Correa makes a beautiful catch. Difficult play, floater, stopped by Flores. Correa again, this time from the 9, low and hard. CRB's there, winding up. Split placement attempt, stopped by Correa. Correa, powerful backhand. That is tipped in the backcourt. Point, set, and match to Correa and Gallo, taking that in straight sets, 6-4, 6-5. Correa and Gallo. Taking it in straight sets.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Here we are with two of the funniest guys, period. Correa's got the best stories that he makes up just kind of as he goes. Gallo, just a funny guy. So what is it? What happened? You guys won last week. You won again today. Something's changed. You feel good together?
We're both very handsome.
That's a given.
So when we walk out there, we feel sexy and we play sexy. So
I mean, Correa's got the better hair, no question about that. I mean, his hair doesn't even get messed up with the
I'm
helmet.
going to take a shower, get some gel, and then we'll talk.
What do you think, Anderson? I mean, just seriously, you've been playing really good lately, making the catches. Your shots have been working. Serve's been great. Feeling good at this stage of the season?
Yes, I feel great. I feel like I'm playing very comfortable. I've been playing very relaxed, which has been helping me. I started this game a little tense. I missed some balls that came right to me. But, hey, in the end, we were able to fix all that and overcome and take the win.
Straight set victory. Congratulations, and congratulations to the Warriors. Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
Last
Go
match.
Warriors.
So there you have it. A straight answer from Correa. What I've been looking for years. Now, seriously, he makes up some of the best stories. Kind of like me. You know, similar sense of humor. See the practice out there for our last match of the evening. A singles match between Douglas there for the Warriors team captain and Goa Naga, who said, I have not played enough tonight. Can I please play a third match, preferably against Douglas? We said, sure. See if the Warriors are able to finish this out with a win by Douglas. We would have a tie on the game day. 3 wins for the Renegades, 3 wins for the Warriors. If Goanaga is able to win this, the Renegades would take the game day with 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our final match of the evening. The singles match between Douglas representing the Warriors and Goanaga and the Renegades. Douglas will have the serve. Douglas serves. Our final match of the evening has begun. Here's the backhand by Goanaga. Goanaga shoots the 2-all, caught the pad. The pad is bad. First point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves. Goanaga, a game with lots of shots, always looking for the space where his opponent isn't. Douglas, catching mastery. Tremendous power on both sides. Interesting matchup of 2 different styles of play. Douglas leads 1-0 here at the beginning. Goanaga, backhand to the inside. Catch by Goenaga. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Goenaga has it. He's winding up. Inside placement will score. Goenaga has a point and the serve. Once again, at the highest division play of singles. There's a commitment at some point that's made. You got to commit inside or out. And all the players up here, including Goenaga, they're looking. Once you commit, they put it where you're not, or attempt to. There's a backhand by Douglas. Rebote saved to the outside. Douglas follows it out there, makes the catch. Drop shot. The light touch. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. That's a point for Douglas and the Warriors. Douglas serves. Great effort by Goenaga to get up there. Again, sometimes that second bounce will fall into the cesta. Pretty bold. This is a drop shot from the 10 line, but Goenaga's back there. Well, there's the first bounce. Second bounce just as it goes into the cesta. My, oh my. Here's the serve by Douglas. Here's a backhand by Goenaga. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Goenaga has it on the costado. To the inside it goes. Douglas makes quite a stop on the backhand. Passes on the left side. 2-all, shot, and dropping. That's a 3rd point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves. Again, court positioning by both of these players. That is their ability to move to the ball while it's being thrown by their opponent to try to meet the ball and set up an easier catch is excellent for both Douglas and Goenaga. There's the backhand by Goenaga. By Douglas, rather. Rebote forehand by Douglas. It passes. Rebote hooked on the left side of Goenaga. That's a 4th point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves. So the unforced error is getting to Goenaga. Goenaga, yes, he is sending them into the pad, but he is playing a little deeper than we normally see. He's back behind the 8 line, especially in the front court. He's much closer to the front wall, and that muscle memory of throwing those shots just above the pad, not working deeper in the court. That is an ace from the forehand of Douglas. 5th point. Possible set point for Douglas. It happened quick. Just dropped. Not a particularly hard serve, but well placed. Came in at the side wall and died. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Goenaga. Rebote by Goenaga to the inside. Douglas on the scoop. Costado 2-all opens and scores. Point and set for Douglas. Taking the first set 6-1. 2 minutes goes on the board. We'll come back out. Play our second set. So Douglas takes the first set, setting up a second set. In just about 2 minutes, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Focus on Douglas. Tremendous single talent, excellent catching, and control and power on both sides. Goenaga having some difficulty. Goenaga there. Not receiving any of the of Ben's beauty treatments, so don't know what that says about the second set. We'll find out here in about a minute. Goenaga, though, keenly aware of some of the mistakes that he made. Not one to repeat mistakes. So I expect a more aggressive Goenaga here in this second set with shots landing closer than they have. Gonaga out on the court. Here we have Douglas out on the court. So both Gonaga and Douglas on the court, just ready for that clock to tick down. And the judges to come out to begin this second set. Reminder, the scoring here in battlecourt. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Judges making their way onto the court, meaning the break time has expired. We're ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, time to begin the second set. Gonaga serves for the Renegades. There's a backhand by Douglas. Gonaga's there. Backhand from the 8. Low off the back wall. Douglas makes the save before the second bounce. Gonaga takes it. Drop shot. Douglas takes off. Gets there. Hard throw to the inside. Will score. Good legs by Douglas. Douglas first up on the board here in this first set. Douglas serves. Gonaga throws this is just a save, and Douglas is back there. Gonaga sees that he's back there. Just flips that drop shot. Douglas takes off and catches it in front of the 4 line, right on the tip. He knows he just has to pass Gonaga and also not overthrow it to feed him a rebote. Very well done by Douglas. Good effort by Gonaga on the drop shot. Here's a backhand by Gonaga. Rebote forehand by Douglas to pass into the corner, out to the rebote. Gonaga makes the save. Douglas is there. Costado inside and scoring. 2 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves. Here's the backhand by Gonaga. Tip ball by Douglas at the 9 line. Gonaga is on the board with a point, and the serve for the Renegades. Rare miss by Douglas again. Bit of a floater. Wasn't floating exactly on the wall. The ball wasn't coming with a lot of power. So oftentimes in highline, more difficult to catch the slow ball than the fastball. Catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Right to the corner, out to the rebote. Rebote 2-all. Douglas moves to the outside. He makes the catch. Powerful forehand looking to pass. What a scoop by Gonaga. What a catch by Douglas. Backhand. Two-all by Douglas opens up. Gonaga read it. Got out there to stop it. Douglas reaching in to try to make the catch. Gonaga will get that point. We're all tied up 2-2 in the second set. Gonaga serves. Gonaga reading Douglas really well here during this point. To the inside he goes. Douglas makes a catch. 2-all. Opens up. Nice shot, but Gonaga was on it. Back to the inside. Douglas has been known to make those spectacular catches, like that one that just passed his cesta, but not that time. Low hard serve by Gonaga. Here's the backhand by Douglas. To the corner. Rebote forehand by Gonaga. 2 pass. Wall to wall. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Gonaga. Gonaga on the catch, winding up. Costello 2-all. That's out. It's a 3rd point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves. There's a backhand by Gonaga. Rebote. Forehand by Douglas. Scoop attempt is missed. Hard throw from the forehand of Gonaga will score. Tied up at 3-3 in the second set. Gonaga serves for the Renegades. That's a tough one. Douglas has spot on with his catching, but this ball is thrown particularly hard. Again, he's not catching this in the air. He's catching this off of 2 surfaces. Well, 3 really. The front wall, the side wall, way down low, and the floor. Every surface the ball touches, spin changes ever so slightly, setting up a more difficult catch. There's the backhand by Douglas. Gonaga takes it in the air. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Robote forehand, hard to the inside. Gonaga's there. Backhand. Difficult Robote save by Gonaga. That was right on the wall. Douglas aggressively goes for the 2-all. That lands in and scores. Well done by Douglas. He has 4 points in the second set for the Warriors and serves. Douglas really been working on that kill shot in 2025. Gonaga is running out there. When the guy's running out there and you're still making the shot, have to have a high degree of confidence it's going to land in. That one did. Well done by Douglas. Chula. That's not coming out. Point 4, Gonaga. We're tied up 4-4. It's the score. Gonaga serves. So not a strict Chula to speak of. However, hit the crack just between the back wall and the floor and does not come out. Comes out past the 13 line, but no one's running back to the 13 line to make a fall down Robota. That ball is in and out of the cesta of Douglas as it crosses the side wall. Gonaga now has 5 points in the second set. This is possible set point for Gonaga. We know Gonaga has that powerful serve that crosses the side wall, both doubles and singles. That's the first time we've seen it beating Douglas. Well done. Here's a catch by Douglas down low. Backhand to pass. Robote forehand. Robote forehand to the outside. It stays in. Douglas, hard throw to the inside. Gonaga saves the Robote. That's a nice play. Douglas aggressively. 2-all opens up and scores. 5-5 in the second set. So it is possible match point for Douglas and the Warriors. Possible set point for Gonaga and the Renegades. Great save here by Gonaga on the replay. Douglas attacking. Gets that ball. Feeling confident. Again, Costalo 2-all. A little extra hop he makes, I think. Has a little something to do with keeping it in. Fault under serve. Battlecourt rules allow 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Gonaga. Backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand. Douglas looks for the Robote. Takes it on the right side. Low and hard. Scoop by Gonaga. Gonaga to the inside. Douglas read it. He's got it. Takes it. Throws the 2-all home to score. Point, set, and match for Douglas. Taking it 6-5 in the second set. And we will have a tie on the game day.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
We are back, and we are back with Douglas. Douglas, I know you love talking to Andrew, but you're stuck with me. You know, I believe me, I get it. So, very aggressive with the shots, something you've been working on the last couple years, but Gonaga has the shots as well. I mean, how do you feel?
I feel good. You know, we started off slow this game day. We're down 3-0. Julian fought hard, won his singles match. Cray and Gallo fought hard, won theirs, and then I was able to go out there and finish off the game day for us and get us the tie, which was big at this point of the season. So, yeah, like you said, Goenaga has a lot of shots. I've never played him before in singles. He was subbing in for Gaucheri, so I didn't know quite what to expect. I've watched a lot of his film, but I felt good. You know, that's how I play. I throw a lot of shots, and no matter what the score is, I'm going to play the same, and I'm going to throw it if I have it, so that's what I did.
And it really worked out for you. Last question, which is, you know, because I'm interested and they give me the microphone. Usually they keep it away from me, but I got you on camera, so you're stuck. So, like, what's it like playing with Alex?
Alex, he's a great guy. He keeps it, he's fiery, he keeps it interesting out there. One thing you know about Alex, he's going to give 100% every time, and he has more determination to win than anybody else in the roster. So he makes it easy for me. I think we've had a rough go, like I said in my last interview, but I think we're playing really well, and we're right there in a lot of the matches, so hopefully we can turn it around.
Good things to come, and I agree with that. You've been playing great, Matt. Thank you very much, and congratulations on tying out the game day.
Thank you. Go Warriors.
Take care. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this evening of Battle Court. We thank you for joining us, and don't forget, we will continue with Battle Court on Tuesday, Wednesday at 5 p.m., Thursday at 5 p.m., and next Friday at 7 p.m. On behalf of the player, staff, and management of Battle Court Jai-Alai and the World Jai-Alai League, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you on Tuesday. Have a good evening, everyone.